What's up? How y'all doing? So y'all, today I want to talk about trauma bonding. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's basically when you're just bonded to someone like you might think is love and it's not. And it really doesn't even have so much to do with lust. It's kind of like on the same, like kind of like soul ties, but like you guys just kind of like bond over trauma. Like you guys might both drink, and when you guys drink, you might talk about how your mom passed, and you can relate to that. A lot of people in our lives, like they've time been expired, and we just keep them around because nobody really wants to be lonely. But at the same time, guys, we gotta let people go. Like a lot of people are hindering us from getting to where we gotta go, and in order for you to get to the next level, you have to be willing to sacrifice things. And people just don't want to do the work. And I'm not gonna sit here and be a hypocrite because I struggle with this every day because I be lonely all the time, and it's so easy with like social media. It's so easy with dating apps. It's just so easy to just fall, off track. It's so easy because the world we live in, like people just think they just always need somebody around them. Like, like people, they live together now, you know. I think so far marriages are up for now. But guys, I just want to tell you this, like it's okay to be alone and just wait for guys to send that right person for you, because you kind of got to date for a purpose. Like you really don't just want to be out here just like dating for no reason. Like, I mean, if you want to, that's cool, but like people got all these different animosities and spirits on them. It's like you're just like need to like not let everybody in your presence, like, because like if you're a guy and you can like be by yourself, like for me looking at you, that's really impressive. Like I'm looking at him like, oh wow, like when you do semen retention, like I really like that, because it's like you just have some type of morals. Like if I meet guys and they're like, oh, they're celibate, oh, they don't really have sex, like I like that, because it's like, okay, you're out here, you're not just letting everybody get to you or whatever. Like the guys who just out here, they just living or whatever, like I don't really vibe with them, because it's just like you're just like at a different vibration than I'm on. So y'all gotta just know the difference. Like a lot of times relationships been over with, but you're just so, like, I hate when people say like, oh, I've been on them for 5 years. Cool. And for 5 years you've been unhappy, you haven't elevated, they've been cheating on you, they brought you STDs, like, but you're just so stuck on, oh, I've been on them for 5 years. Whereas you can literally leave them, and 2 3 months later God is send you a whole better person that's new. And that's why I say y'all gotta stop being scared of new people, because a lot of these people that y'all have been trauma bonded with for years, these new people are way better than them. But y'all want to just be so stuck on, oh, I've been knowing them for 5 years, 7 years, oh, however long you've been knowing them. But besides years, what do you guys really have? You don't really have anything solid. And so stop letting like the time length you've been knowing somebody like stop you from like meeting new people, because y'all really be fumbling good people that y'all prayed for, and God sent y'all these people and y'all fumble them. Like, and it's crazy. Like you could pray and be like, oh, God send me a 6'5" husband who makes 6 figures, he's a good dad, and then he sends them to you, but you're still chasing the guy from the past, oh, because you've been knowing him for 4 years and you don't want to add another body to you or whatever. Like, y'all gotta really just change our mindsets out here, because like a lot of y'all really just be trauma bonding with people. Like, and it's like misery loves company. Like, you might be trying to elevate or whatever, and then all of a sudden like your spouse acting like they're jealous of you because like they're not aligned with you. Like if you're trying to do something, like your spouse is going to be really supportive of you and really do everything that you need them to do. You don't have to question it. Like it's going to come easy. Like you guys ever just met somebody and it just feel like you've been knowing them your whole life, and you're just like, oh my gosh, like don't take that for granted. Like, what I'm saying? Like a lot of stuff that's happening for y'all is like stuff that y'all probably prayed for years ago, and it's just not coming to pass. Like manifestation, it don't happen overnight. So when God send y'all stuff, just like ask God and pray and be like, okay, what's about this person? Because he gonna either show you and he gonna tell you, hey, how you doing? He gonna tell you, what you need to do or whatever. So I just want y'all to stop thinking because you've been knowing somebody for 3 years, 4 years, or whatever, that this person you've been knowing for 2 months, that they're better than that person just because y'all been trauma bonded for that long. Because there's 9 times out of 10 not true. And y'all got to stop doing that, because, you know, God be answering y'all prayers and y'all be messing it up, and then it's gonna get to the point where you're gonna be stuck with that person, and then you be wondering like why you not elevating, why you just so stuck, because it's probably the person around you, because everybody can't go with you where you trying to go. So y'all gotta just learn how to just trust yourself for once, and then also just learn how to be alone. Like, it's okay, like if you got married and you had to get a divorce, it's okay. If you started a family and didn't work out, it's okay, because God got something better for you. Like, y'all got to stop just staying in a situation that's been played out a long time ago. Like, and it's not even just with people, like it could be with family. Like, just say you come from a family of alcoholics, and then it gets to you and you're like, oh, I don't even want to drink. He said, what about our first time? He said, you don't even want to drink or whatever. And there's nothing wrong with that, but somebody has to break the curse. Like, you know, I feel like, me personally, like I have like alcoholics on both sides of the family, like with my mom and my dad. And I remember, like, when COVID hit, I was catching myself drinking like a lot. And like, I don't really drink like that. Like, I'm more like of a social drinker. Like, I'll drink when I go out, but for the most part, I wasn't drinking. So I had to like tell myself, like, girl, you gotta chill down. Cause it was like literally, like, I remember 10 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, I was drinking Hennessy, at the house. 10 o'clock in the morning, like drinking Hennessy. Not wine, not a wine cooler. You drinking some strong ass Hen Dog. Like, but this is why I say trauma bonding, because you might meet somebody and then y'all just talk about trauma, and now you feel like, oh, we're in love and stuff like that, but you're really not. Like, just say like you meet a guy and he did 5 years in prison, and then you might have did 2 years in prison, and then y'all get together and y'all talk about y'all prison stories, and that's not love. Like, that's just something that y'all both can relate to or whatever. But just try to pray about it and change our situation, because like a lot of y'all really just be in trauma bond situations. Like, it's really sad. Like, for real, it's not healthy. um it's not healthy or whatever. You just gotta y'all just trust y'all instinct, because this is why I tell people all the time, like, stop being scared of unknown. Because like, I even have people tell me that, like, the guy, I was talking to him and he was just telling me, like, you have to like put yourself out there. That's the only way you're gonna like meet new people and stuff like that. And he was right. So I'm not gonna sit on here and be a hypocrite, because like sometimes we just don't want to deal with new people, and we have to stop thinking that the person that's in our life is gonna change, because they're not. Like, it's rare that people change. Like, if you have 10 people, out of those 10 people, maybe one of those 10 people are willing to put in the work to change. But for the most part, people are content and they're just stuck in their ways. People are not spiritual. They don't believe in God. They're just out here doing whatever. So at the same time, when you have that good energy and you're like chosen, you're gonna always attract broken people anyway. So I feel like if you're like a good high vibrational person and you've done the work, you've healed, you're just naturally gonna attract like people with trauma. Like, I'm sorry, like, and so you just have to have the gift of discernment and just be like, okay, cut this off. And you might have to block them, you might have to go ghost, you might have to remove them from social media, whatever you got to do, because guys, like, it's a lot of trauma bondings going out here, honestly. And then the enemy, he can do that too. Like, he know what you like. Like, you might like tall muscular guys, or tall skinny guys, or you might like short kind of fat guys. Whatever your type is, it doesn't matter. Just like you ask God for that, the devil hears your prayers too. That's why sometimes it's best to like say your prayers in your head, because the enemy can't read your mind. And then he sends you that. Like, you might pray for something and then literally it comes to your door. But just because it came, everything ain't coming from God. So this is what I mean by, if I talk too much, please get off my live. Like, why are you here? Y'all people are so annoying. So let me block this person, because I don't got time for this. All right. So it's just like, y'all just gotta just pay attention to like what's going on out here, because like the spiritual warfare is really real. Like, the attacks are really real. Like, you literally have different enemies and demons jumping into people just to get to you. So don't be just thinking because this person been in your corner so long that they really have your best interest at heart. Sometimes your worst enemy could be your person you sleeping next to every night. And stop fumbling good people that God's putting in your life. Like, even if you can just be honest with yourself and just say, hey, you know what? I like you. I think you're a great person, but right now, da da da. Because like y'all gotta stop fumbling good people. It's not that many good people out here. So if you feel like the person that you've been with for 5, 6 years, no matter what they do to you, no matter what they do to you, you're still gonna just keep them around. Nobody wants to really compete with that, you know, because it's like no matter what they do, you're never gonna stop talking to them. So, and it's just like, and it makes me not even want to like you neither. Like, I don't want to talk to you either because it makes you look like a pushover or a simp. Like you can't put your foot down and stand up for yourself. You know, like you want to just say, oh, I've been with this person for so long, but the person doesn't respect you. They cheat on you. They talk bad about you. You don't trust them. Y'all don't trust each other. Like nothing about your relationship is goals, but the time y'all been knowing each other. Like that's really the only flex you guys have is, oh, well, we've been knowing each other for 5 years. But besides knowing each other for 5 years, you really don't have anything. So that's why I say, like, you got to just learn how to let people go and just learn how to be alone. Because once you do the work and you do the healing work, I swear the person will come to you. Like, I swear I can't make this up. And it will shock you. And, like, it will be like you've been on this person your whole life. Like, y'all would just vibe so easily. The conversation would be so smooth. Like, guys, I tell you not. Like, literally, yeah, I'm for real. And like I'm really private, so I don't really tell everything I got going on. But like when I'm in, I had the best weekend, the best weekend, the best weekend. Like, and I needed it, you know. And like it was just so relaxing, and like I just really had a good time, you know. And I missed that, you know, like being with somebody for 4 days straight, you know, getting rooms, and we're both doing the same thing. And it's just like just nobody's jealous of the other person. Like both just helping each other out. We both got the same goals. So that's why I say it's best to just try to put yourself around people who really have your best interest at heart, because you can feel the energy. Like energy doesn't lie. You can always feel when someone has like some secret animosity towards you, or they don't have your best interest at heart. So don't second guess yourself. And then even when like people try to come back, because like even like now that I'm like talking like dating or whatever, like it's getting to the point where like we're talking about taking it to the next level. So like the other guys that like I am talking to and stuff like that, I know that like once like people find out like, oh, I'm in a relationship or like that, that's when they're gonna try to apply like a lot of pressure. But I've been literally single for like 3 years, so it's like I'm not gonna fumble him for nobody. You know, like I don't care who try to come back, because like I've literally been single since 2021. So it's 2024, you know, so it's like it's time now. I'm ready because I did the work. So y'all just don't be staying in these situations just because you've been knowing someone for like 4 or 5 years or whatever. And then, you know, if God send you someone, and even if they're new and even if you don't know them, if they haven't like done any flaws to you or anything like wrong, give them a chance, you know, because I feel like, of course, when you move on, that's when the past is going to try to come back. But don't be a fool. Like, don't fumble a good person because you've only been knowing them for a short amount of time, because time really means nothing. Like time means nothing, you know. If they're being solid and they're being genuine with you, and you know you feel like you can trust them, and they haven't showed you any flaw sign, don't ruin that because you've been knowing someone for 3, 4 years who had, you know, because I used to do that. Like I used to like have good stuff going on. Like I'm talking about like have husbands. Like I'm dating this guy, like he's a whole husband, got everything together, and then once my ex found out, you know, I'm moving on, here he want to come back, you know. So you guys just have to just remember that, because people always want to come back when they see you really happy. That's why I don't really post a lot. Like I might, you know, every blue moon or whatever, but it's, you know, it's getting to the point where I want to post him and I want to do that because like, you know, he deserves that, you know, like he's a great guy. And at the same time, like he don't have to worry about nobody like second guessing me with him or whatever. So y'all just get out of those trauma bonds and those toxic situations, because 9 times out of 10 it's really not love. You know, like you don't have to be fighting and arguing and going through phones. Like it really should just be peaceful. You know, you guys should be elevating each other. You guys, I feel like, should always be trying to elevate each other to get to the next level. Like if you're just with the same person, y'all been together for 5 years, nobody's like elevated, like nobody's really doing anything. It's just like, why are y'all together? Because like a king and a queen, they should help each other. Like we wasn't born to be by ourselves anyway. So like if you're gonna be in my life, you should be making my life a little bit better. And I'm talking about even if it's just like giving him words of encouragement when he's down, or you're up, you're lifting her. Everything's not about money. It's just being that person peace, like being that person safe space. And it's like when we met, he told me like he fell for my like he fell for like my conversation, like, and because he's not lying, like we literally like talk for like, it's crazy, but like literally like talk like for like literally like the whole day, no bullshit, just was talking like dead ass. So it's like, don't let time and situations like let you miss out on good people or good opportunity just because like, because you deserve to be happy. Like, you don't deserve trauma. You deserve, like, a person who's healed themselves, who's done the work, who's ready to love, who's been through stuff like you, and they've did the work. So now they're like, okay, hey, let's do this, whatever. So y'all just stay focused out here because it's a lot of, like, spiritual warfare going on. Don't think that everybody that's coming into your life is genuine. Sometimes just pray about them. Even if it's a new person, just kind of ask God, like, hey, even if you don't got any bad feelings about them, still just pray about them, because like the spiritual warfare and attacks are really real. And the enemy, he will send people who are really attractive, super hot, everything you like, to throw you off your game. Like you might be a guy, you might be like, okay, I'm gonna be celibate right now. I'm gonna work on being celibate. I'm not gonna have sex until I find my wife. And then let's say 2-3 weeks into your celibate journey, you meet the girl of your dreams. She's beautiful, she got a nice body, she get money, she's everything you ever wanted. And then y'all sleep together, and then now you noticing that y'all might stop talking or whatever. Now you done slept with 2 other girls, and like within 2 weeks, and you're like, well, dang, like, just 2 months ago I was just celibate, I wasn't having sex. And now because like that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just, you got to just stay focused out here, because it's so easy just to be caught in like a trauma bond, or just get thrown off your game over just nothing. So like, have morals and have standards. Like, it's okay to say no. Like, if you're wanting to be celibate, that's what you're working on, like, it's okay to say that, like, because they're either gonna deal with it or they're not. Like, it's not that deep, because you really just have to find people that's just kind of on the same wave as you, and y'all kind of got the same stuff going on, and just find your tribe. Like, everybody's not going to be your cup of tea, and that's okay. But I'm telling you, it's so many people in this world. Find your tribe. Like, just find what fits you. Get away from your hometown. Get away from your comfort zone. Like, move around. Like, because if you're healing and you're doing the work, you're not the same person that you used to be. So it's okay to just do different things and just try different things. You will meet people everywhere. Like, you can meet people in church, the grocery store, the bank, the beauty supply store, like walking. It doesn't matter. Like, you will be surprised how many people are wanting to have someone like you in their life. So y'all, just get away from trauma bond and let people go. Don't worry about that time that you got on them, family included. Just distance yourself. Like, you can't really cut family off, but you can just distance yourself from them. Like, we're grown. Like, it's okay if you want to go over there on Thanksgiving and Christmas or whatever like that. But honestly, now that I'm getting like more into the Bible and learning stuff, like, I eat pork, but in moderation, because I'm learning about swine and how the enemies, the devil, the demons used to jump in animals, stuff like that. I'm just learning about like these pagan holidays and stuff like that. So me personally, I haven't really like been celebrating holidays like lately, because I'm just learning things. So it's nothing wrong with growing and changing, and don't let people make you feel bad, like, oh, you're different, why aren't you? Like, you'll have people literally doing the same stuff, and it's like, I'm 32, so we should always be elevating and getting better with my craft. And it's like, you can meet somebody in their 20s and they're like really mature and they have a great mindset. So with that being said, y'all, just make sure to leave a comment, like the video, interact with me. I'm always gonna show back. If y'all locked in with me, I love y'all for life. This your girl Pocanova. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And y'all, don't be afraid of the unknown, and don't be afraid to start over, okay? Sometimes that's just what you need, is just a fresh new start out there in life. But anyways, y'all, I will see y'all in the next video.